Hello, Oracles. Today I'm going to break down my estimates for Q2 earnings. I'll share what the analyst estimates are as well as the whisper number that is floating around out there. Now, many of you may have seen that the Cybertruck production has begun. Yesterday, the first official Cybertruck came off the production lines. So, how will that move the market on Monday, and how is that going to compare to earnings coming up on Wednesday? Well, we'll get into all of that along with all of these estimates in just a minute. So first things first, we will get into the Cybertruck. Awesome news. First Cybertruck built at Giga Texas, tweeted out by Tesla themselves. So there's the first truck. Again, we have no other details on this. We don't know the specs. We don't know what the pricing is going to be. We don't know what the ramp of production speed is going to be in the beginning. We don't even know when first deliveries are going to happen. I'm assuming we're going to get some of that information. If we don't get it at the earnings call, very soon, we will get a date that will be announced for the delivery event. Alexandra seems to think that it might be on 9/6 because that's the reverse of 6/9, and 69, of course, is an ironic number. And my thought all along, going back to last year, I thought July was going to be when one of the first production vehicles were going to come off the line. And here we are. And I mean, not to say I'm psychic, but that's what Elon told us. And Elon said that it was going to be around this time frame, summer of 2023. Here we are, summer, and it's getting produced. Now, of course, we need to see how the speed's going to be and what the ramp's going to look like. But awesome news nonetheless. They are now starting to roll out. Now we just need to wait for more details. Now, when it comes to how the stock is going to move tomorrow, I have no doubt there's going to be a jump and there's going to be a gap up when it comes to the stock price. This is exciting news. This is something that we have all been waiting for. However, realistically, when it comes to what Wall Street is looking at, earnings right now are more important than just the first production of the Cybertruck. Not only that, when it comes to the Cybertruck, Wall Street really wants to know, what is the pricing on this vehicle? When are deliveries going to begin? What is the ramp pace going to look like? They can't put any of this into their valuation model and base any of the Cybertruck revenue coming in on anything with just the first production vehicle coming out. So again, awesome news. Great to see this. But when you're looking at it through Wall Street's eyes, it may not move it that much. However, retail investors are going to be dumping some money in. You think about all the algorithms that are pumping out there, the fact that that tweet alone has now over 50 million views already. So because of all of that, I have no doubt we will see a jump in the stock price. And then we just wait until earnings that are going to be coming out, and we'll go from there. All right, and now speaking of earnings, I'm going to run down my estimates for Q2. And now all of my members and patrons, you guys got to see this morning, and then I did reveal it live on Peggy's live stream earlier today. So if any of you caught that, this is just going to be a refresh on all of that if you wanted to follow through. However, I'll break all the numbers down here for you. Right now, the consensus estimate is 81 cents. The whisper number is 89 cents. So in going through mine, I am above consensus estimate, but I am below the whisper number. Now, I want to thank Karav and Peggy significantly. I had a couple of things in my formulas that were off, so they helped me tweak a couple of things on here. And Karav is actually going through and helping rebuild the spreadsheet to make it more legible. So in the future, this will be a lot easier to read. So here is what we have for numbers as of right now. So I've got average selling price at 44,000. Last quarter, we were at 44,600. We did have some vehicles in Q1 that were at a higher price before they dropped the prices. So I think right now, because of the further price drops in Q2, 44,000 seems pretty reasonable for the average selling price. I left vehicles produced and delivered at the same. So overall sales were coming in at $20,500,000. I have regulatory credits at 420 million. Last quarter, they were at 520 million, and that was a lot higher than most people thought. I put it in at 420 because I don't know if we're going to be as high, considering how many other people are producing EVs at the moment. So I'm doing this, but then we also have to recognize that there's a lot of legacy auto that has now been producing a lot more of these ICE vehicles when they couldn't over the last year. So who knows? I left it at 420, seemed like a reasonable number to me. FSD. So Tesla does not break out FSD. Tesla doesn't do this. So I have them recognizing $100 million worth of FSD revenue. So that did adjust my EPS slightly, and I'll break that down for you guys at the bottom when we get there. But $100 million for FSD revenue is what I have them recognizing this quarter. So total auto revenue is going to be coming in at $21.6 billion. I put energy at 2 billion. They have been growing energy like crazy. It's growing faster than EVs. Now we know that the mega packs are sold out through 2025. This is absolutely bonkers. This I think is going to be the theme over the next few years between this, the Cybertruck, and the Model 2 when it comes out is going back to those times we saw over the last couple of years during COVID when there was a 12-month lead time on some of the vehicles for Tesla. I think we're going to see that again. And because of that, I think energy comes in at $2 billion. And then services and other is 1.9 billion. So then total revenue overall is $25.5 billion. Now, for me, I think the margins do take a big hit. I think they come down, and I think this is going to be the lowest we see vehicle margins probably ever again. Maybe we see a dip when we see the Model 2 come out, but I think at that point, between the Cybertruck ramping and Berlin and Austin being ramped up higher, I don't think we're going to see margins coming down this low again. But I think this is going to be the worst we ever see them. I have them coming in at 17.5%. Now, I am very, very conservative when I run my numbers, and I know a lot of people give me crap for it, but it is who I am. I run a conservative number here. So 17.5% is the vehicle margins I have coming in. And that 17.5% is X credits. So that's without the credits. So if you put the credits in there, it's going to go up. And now when I ran my expenses for energy, I have them coming in at a 12% margin. They were at 11% margin last quarter. So I bumped that up to 12% this quarter because I do think that they will be growing that. So gross profits for this quarter, I have them at $4.675 billion and an operating margin of 10.9%. That is low, I know, but this is again going to be, in my opinion, the lowest we ever see this number for Tesla. Last quarter, they came in at 11.42%. So this quarter, I have them at 10.9%. I think from here, we continue to climb and we just keep going up. So R&D, I bumped up a little bit. Same with SG&A, I bumped it up a little bit. So for total net income, I have coming in at $2.647 billion. And on a non-GAAP basis, I have it at $3.067 billion. So looking at my EPS numbers, here it is. EPS non-GAAP with credits, I have at 0.88 cents. 88 cents, that is 1 cent below the whisper number and about 10% above the consensus estimate. Now, if I take out that $100 million for FSD, that brings this down to 86 cents. Still not a bad number. You take out regulatory credits, and I will do that for you now. We zero out regulatory credits, and we're looking at a 76 cents. But when the market looks at it, they do look at it with the credits in there because that is money that's coming in. And we are now, of course, to the point where they recognize that Tesla isn't relying on these credits. It's just a little added bonus for them. So overall, I think Tesla is going to have a very good earnings. I don't know if it's going to be a smash where it moves the stock price up significantly. So again, with the Cybertruck coming out tomorrow, we may see a run up going into earnings. That could cause us to sell off if we don't have a massive beat, similar to like we saw with deliveries. So if we come in at, let's say my numbers at an 88 cents, but the whisper number was 89 cents, we may see a sell-off afterwards. And of course, it's going to confuse a lot of people because consensus estimate was 81 cents. So why would we sell off? A lot of different reasons. Again, this is why I don't like to play earnings. This is why I'm not even going to venture a guess as to where we're going to move afterwards. I just like to keep myself agile so I could take advantage of either situation. If we do end up selling off after earnings, I am going to be buying heavier both into Tesla and TSLY. And again, TSLY is the play I'm going to be doing if I see Tesla pulling down or trading sideways. Those dividends are absolutely amazing, and I want to run those as long as I possibly can. So I'm going to try and balance between them both, but that will be my play if we end up dropping after earnings. If we go up after earnings, I'm just going to enjoy the ride because why not? Because it's going to be awesome to see us continuing to go up. And then from there, I just will monitor going forward. And now again, to all of my members and patrons out there, with this new spreadsheet that I have Karav helping me build, I should be able to get this updated on a more regular basis. It's going to have my production numbers in there also. And that is how my valuation model starts. It all starts from production. I see where production is at. I see what percentage of those production vehicles are getting delivered. Factor that all in. That's how I come up with my deliveries. And then it just goes down from there. And I base it on what I see for average selling price on a global basis. I put that global basis average selling price into it, put the margins into that as well. That's where I am at. So that's how I come up with my valuation model. And I know a lot of people have a lot of different ways to do it. Some people dive in a lot deeper than I do. I just don't have the time to do that. But for all of my members and patrons that are out there, I will be able to get this updated more often. And as soon as I get anything that changes my production numbers, that will change that. And I'll get you guys more updated numbers when it comes to valuation model and my price targets as well. So again, moving forward, you guys will see that more often. I'm going to try and get more active with that. And just a reminder, we will be doing a live stream. It's going to be myself and Peggy on Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Brian's going to be letting me know if he will be able to join us as well. We're going to do a long live stream. It's probably going to be 3.5 hours. We're going to start at 3:30. We're going to go all the way right through the earnings call and then have a little follow-up discussion afterwards. So it'll be a while, so don't mind if you guys jump in and come and go whenever you feel like it. I'm probably going to be eating during that live stream because, hey, it's going to be busy. But hey, it's totally worth it, and I want to do this for you guys. So let me know in the comments below what you guys have for EPS estimates, all of your other estimates, average selling price, what you think they're going to have for margins. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. And in just a few days, we will see what they actually come out as. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support. Have a great one.